we got a client transformation. All right. This literally just happened, but I'm super, super proud of him because I don't think you guys understand the dedication that it takes to get results like these, right? And the thing is, he found me on TikTok Live, and I remember he watched the YouTube videos. He's like, I'm gonna lock in, and guess what? He really locked in. He changed his life, yo. He changed his life. Like he literally lost 6 inches, 35 pounds in 16 weeks. All right. That's more than a lot of people do in their entire, fitness career. All right. So before we get started, what he struggled with initially was, nutrition, a schedule, being, executing like, his daily habits when he wasn't motivated. So getting that discipline, having that structure, and also having a structured workout routine that would get him to his results. Right. So he struggled with all of that initially, sodas, things like that. He lost a lot of his confidence, in the process, of course. So he was like, you know what, man, I want my confidence back. I want my swag back. And I just remember, from day one, from day fucking one, man, he literally just locked in, did not miss a workout, no matter what was going on. He had a lot going on, no matter what was going on. He never missed a workout. He didn't miss on nutrition. He just executed. Went out of town, went to a different country, still execute on nutrition. That's what it takes to reach your goals. All right, guys. A lot of common misconceptions that you guys have about weight loss. And yes, you guys comment this stuff all the time anyways. A lot of you guys think you can't lose fat fast without fad dieting. And that can't be further from the truth. If you just have a well-balanced diet, high protein calorie deficit, you will lose fat fast. Now, when I say fast, I mean, 1 to 2% body fat per week or 1% body fat per week, my bad. I don't mean 10% body fat a week. All right. And I mean, losing a relative amount of belly fat in a 6 month span, 4 to 6 month span. A lot of you guys think losing fat fast means losing 100 pounds in one day. No. All right. Another thing you guys think is that you can't lose fat and maintain muscle without steroids. Now, if you're eating high protein, you're strength training consistently, you're not getting weaker in the gym, right? You're still pushing intensely in the gym. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to maintain your muscle, right? And no, you don't need roids. How do you think I maintain my muscle without roids? Busting my ass in the gym as far as intensity and efficiency, right? Busting my ass doesn't mean spending 2 hours in the gym. It means spending about, a solid hour, but a high intensity hour, right? Pushing as hard as I can and then keeping my nutrition high protein and on point. And a lot of you guys think once you get older, you guys consider older above 25, that your metabolism stops fat loss completely. And the reason is because generally when people get around 22, they're graduating college. So they're not walking on campus anymore. They're not playing sports anymore. It's not an event to go to the gym. They're not walking out at clubs. Because even if you do drink in college, you have to realize you are younger. And when you drink, you usually don't have a car in college. So you usually get on the bus, you'll walk to the bus stop, you'll walk into different places, you'll dance and shit like that. So yeah, you'll lose muscle, but you won't be gaining that much fat. So when you continue your same habits, which you have a work from home job or more sedentary job, you don't have a social life like you used to in college and high school, that's when the weight packs on. It has nothing to do with your metabolism. All right. And 25 is not old. Someone was asking me if they're 30, is it too late for them to get results? Like, come on, bro. Like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? You can be 50 and, start your journey and start losing fat. It's definitely possible. It's just about the work that you put in. All right. So you guys already know one of the most important parts of this journey was making sure that, he felt full while he was, in his calorie deficit. So I always like to make sure that high protein, number one, high fiber. For you guys asking, this is keto bread right here. This is my diet though, but like I'll incorporate a lot of this into the plan. Make sure it's high protein, high fiber, just so you can actually sustain it. Now, obviously, you need some discipline. Obviously, some days you'll have a little bit of hunger pangs, but in order to maximize your nutrition, get the results you want, and have as little hunger pangs as possible, making sure that you are eating high volume foods and in the high volume overall is going to be super super important. All right. So of course, stage one, you have the epiphany phase, right? So struggle a lot with eating fast food, right? Drinking soda, like I said, struggle with motivation, being consistent, being disciplined. Because in all honesty, a lot of people think they struggle with motivation, but once you have structure, you have direction, you have an intention, motivation is there, man. It's like, it's not really motivate. It's like this internal ambition that's like, I'm not going to stop even when I get to my goal. Like it's just an internal ambition. Like, for example, if I do anything without intention, I don't want to wake up because I'm not doing anything with intention. So like when I wake up, I'm like, oh, it's another day. Versus when I'm doing things with intention, I'm like, I'm ready to get up. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait for my alarm to go off at 5. I'm gonna get up at 4. Start putting in the work, right? Because that's when you have that ambition and you move with intention, and you have goals, but like you also have like routines as well. When you have that, you're ready to get up, man. So we focused on discipline over motivation. That's one of my biggest. You guys already know that's the thing I talk about the most because you already know when you go to work, a lot of people say they don't have discipline and they've been going to the same job that they fucking hate for 20 years, right? They haven't missed a day. They haven't taken any PTO, and they show up on time all the time, right? They hate that job. They've hated it for 20 years, but they show up. So if you hate working at a certain job for 20 years and you can do it, that means you don't lack discipline at all. Just apply that same discipline to the fitness journey. The good thing is you're going to feel the benefits, health wise, physique wise, mental health wise, when you actually start pouring into your fitness. And the thing is with fitness, there's no such thing as like, you know, sucking at it or hating it, because when you spend more time with it, obviously you're going to learn to love it and you're going to get better at it. Because when you get in the gym, everything sucks, everything hurts. You suck at everything. That's just normal. Everything starts as nothing. And then eventually you get better at those little things over time. All right. So he realized that, of course, procrastination and just letting time fly by led to unwanted fat gain, right? Couldn't fit in old clothes. Always trying to hide that belly fat. Can't take a shirt off comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Like having like a distended stomach all the time. Literally like that big stomach look. And he really just wanted to see some ab definition, man. And feeling sluggish, even though, he's a former athlete, which nobody wants to feel that, right? If you remember your heyday, you were in good shape, you had energy, you're this, you're that. That's awesome. And a lot of times, once we get past the age of 25, like I said, just from the dudes that I've talked to, they think it's past 25 that the metabolism slows down. It's closer to like 50, bro. But at the same time, because there's 60-year-olds still making gains. But anyways, like a lot of people, they're in the energy. They're like, yeah, man, I'm 28 now, man. Enjoy your youth, man. Because I used to be in shape, and it's like, nigga, you're not 60. You could still have the best days of your life. Like I remember my brother, he was like, damn, bro, yeah, like in high school, I was like, fuck your high school days, man. Live in the now, you're going to be in better shape than you were in high school. And then he was. Simple, right? Stop focusing on the past so much, all right? Focus on the now, because every time you focus on the past, you're literally basically saying that you don't exist right now, which means you're not going to pay attention to what you're doing right now, which means what you're doing right now is not going to lead to a better future. It's probably going to lead to, a shitty future. All right, so lock in. All right, PRN phase. So listen, this is what we did. We literally all freaking weights, bro, just straight weights. Yeah, we had a cardio day. He asked about like if he had extra time, could he do elliptical? I was like, if you got extra time, your steps are low, go ahead and do some light elliptical. Don't do anything too intense. Don't do cardio too intense to go into your actual muscle recovery, because you don't want to do that. So we focus literally on compound movements. Compound movements have the highest return on investment, so I love to do them. And we focus on weights, man. Focus on a lot of weights, progressive overload, not overdoing cardio, calisthenics, and weightlifting. So calisthenics is usually just warming up. But you got to realize planks, burpees, all that stuff is calisthenics as well. It's just body weight resistance training. But, warming up with pull-ups and dips and stuff like that, we did that as well. All right. Calorie deficit and high protein, the thing that I say in every freaking video. All right. So we kept his nutrition very simple, because what's simple is repeatable. So we kept it pretty simple. And then if he was like, you know what, I want to have salmon this week, can you send me some salmon recipes? I'll send him some salmon recipes, right? But we kept it very, very simple, because honestly, the more options you have with nutrition, the more likely you are going to be to not stick to anything, because you can have analysis paralysis. And that happens a lot with nutrition. If you struggle with the weight, if you've struggled with the weight in the past, if you struggle with what to eat in the past, you need structure in a straight line and simplicity. All right. All that complicated bullshit that you guys be seeing on TikTok, nobody's fucking eating those foods, bro. Nobody makes high protein, lasagna 7 days a week. You could probably have that a couple of days and you get sick of it. And you're like, oh, this is too strong. I need something else. Keep it simple. All my leanest friends, and like I said, they're all leaner than me. You could ask them, you could look at them. They're all leaner than me. They have better physiques than me. Guess what they do? They keep the shit simple. They don't do any complicated shit. Very simple. All right. So yeah. So he started around, 2,300 calories. All the candy, all the sodas and things like that was replaced with fruits. And that makes a huge difference. All right. Huge difference. All right. Last part is making it a lifestyle. So like I said, when he was going out of town and things like that, we made sure that I gave him like an itinerary of, okay, you're going here, just eat this, eat that. And that's what the meal plan helps with anyways, because when you start to eat the right foods, you start to see those foods at restaurants. Like, for example, when you just imagine you're looking for a car, right? And this is going to be a very negative example, but anyways, imagine I'm looking for a Scat Pack, right? I'm like, you know what? I want a Scat Pack. So, I'm looking at Scat Packs all day, and then I buy a Scat Pack, right? And then now when I'm driving, I'm like, wow, everyone has a Scat Pack. You didn't see them before until you started looking, researching them, and you bought one yourself. Now you feel like everyone has one, right? Just like, on the menus, you're like, damn, everything's unhealthy on the menus. I always get burger and fries. And then you start eating healthier, and I start saying, hey, check out the menu and look for similar foods. You look at the menu and you're like, wow, like I never tried these different foods. Wow, there's really healthy foods on this menu. There's very healthy options at Chili's, Outback, Texas Roadhouse. Those are my go-tos. If I'm out of town, I'm going to Texas Roadhouse, bro. I'm going to Chili's. Like it's literally impossible to not eat healthy at those restaurants. There's so like, I mean, you can have, listen, if you fast the whole day, you can have the beginner bread or whatever. Who cares? But like sweet potatoes and chicken, they got sweet potato salmon, and their shit be tasting good. They be grilling that shit, like everything's good over there. So it's really easy to stay, lean on the road. If you don't, it's just an excuse to be honest. All right, so recapping what you did, as you can see his abs now. He's not even done with the journey yet, man. He's not even done with the journey yet. That's the best part about it. But he definitely dropped a significant amount of belly fat in the process. So of course, sustainable calorie deficit, strength training, and some calisthenics as well. Teaching him eating on the go, like I said earlier, changing that instant gratification mindset, which is what a lot of us struggle with, making it a lifestyle, period. All right. So listen. This shit gets me excited, man, because like, here's the thing. When people follow through, like, shout out to Randy, bro. Shout out to Randy. Like, the amount of respect I have for him is just too much respect. I just got too much respect for him because he said something and he followed through with it to a T. I mean, even me, I'm gonna have one day where I mess up in some kind of way, some kind of fashion. Maybe 3 days I mess up in some kind of way, right? Whether it's like, I'll half-ass my workout, but he just won 100% the whole time, right? 110% the whole time. So that's what can happen. All right. And this is why I always say, losing 20 plus pounds, 6 plus inches in about 4 to 6 months, because most of my clients they're gonna lose that 6 plus inches of belly fat in that amount of time. Like Randy lost more than 20 pounds, and he lost 6 plus inches. So listen, if you're locked in, you're ready to get those results. You're on blood pressure medication, you have type 2 diabetes, you have insulin resistance, you want to reverse it, you want to get off of it. Link is in the description. We get results. All right. Period.